Stop brain drain. It is hurting Pakistan. Brain drain of the cream is an important item of Pakistan Major Issues series program. It is a very serious issue which is hurting Pakistan badly. You have to watch this video to the very end to comprehend it and to comprehend the seriousness of the hurt it is causing to Pakistan and to the Pakistani people. I am Arshad Jameel, the host of this program. Let us now see what is happening. Graduates of Pakistan's elite universities and skilled tradespeople have been leaving for developed countries in droves. The universities facilitate it and take pride that their graduates are accepted overseas. We should also know that admissions to these institutions are highly competitive, with only the cream of the cream getting in the admissions, while their education and training has been paid for by the toils of the poor. Then these very same graduates, then the other graduates of other universities compete for overseas scholarships with the brightest of those other universities and the most talented. They get selected and never return back to Pakistan. Do these people remit any money to Pakistan? Those who are gone outside, these graduates and other tradespeople? Absolutely not. None. Zero. Nada. Most do not remit a single paisa back to Pakistan and even transfer funds of the inheritance which they get, they transfer it to the overseas. It is only the Pakistani overseas workers on low wages who remit money home, though here too there are issues of dealing with remittances. What is the role of the universities and the consequences which are being faced? The universities and those leaving do not want to realize that they owe back to Pakistan the investment made on them and that it is very unfair of them to leave. It is hurting Pakistan and delaying the advancement of Pakistan. Pakistan can only develop if Pakistanis do not run away but stay and work in Pakistan to make it grow. Do not expect that Pakistan can develop with an undereducated population whose professionals have left them. Brain drains hurts our economy and it hurts badly. We should know that our country is living on gold loans and interest. Our external debts have and the interest on those debts are now somewhere about $126 billion. The possible interest of those loans is something in the neighborhood of $20 billion. It could be even more than that, but we don't know exact figures. These will translate to about $44 million a day. Try to understand that our loans and interest is about $44 in a day, or in every hour we have to pay back that about $1.8 million every hour. Our imports are huge. They amount to about $80 billion a year, while our exports are very meager, just about $31 billion. We should know that we are importing almost everything. The reason being that we don't make those things. Brain drain is also hurting other things. It's not only the economy. Let's take public health. There are not enough medical doctors and health workers, particularly in the rural communities, because most of those doctors and health workers are leaving, have left, and more, and will continue to leave. In the agriculture sector, which is our backbone of economy, considered to be a backbone of the economy, it is that agriculture actually is very primitive and outdated. It consumes a lot of water than what is needed. There's a lot of wastage of the produce. Seeds, even seeds are imported. We are behind in agriculture. Same with industry. We are far behind in industrialization. We have issues of inefficiencies, productivity, energy conservation, and pollution. In housing and infrastructure sectors, there is very poor housing, there is poor planning, and poor services. There are no sewage treatments. There are no industrial waste treatment plants. And we should know that all our roads and other major services are built by outsiders because our talented people have left. Brain drain has a little history, and it is not a new phenomenon. The first reported was large-scale development started with African slaves trade. This cheap labor was needed for cotton and tobacco production. This was happening in a new country, the United States of America. The next major the transfer of labor was by the Indian indentured labor, which went to distant lands in Africa, to Fiji, Trinidad, and elsewhere. It was the Britishers who were ruling India, and here was a class of trained agriculturists, and they wanted to use them in other places. Most of these were for sugarcane plantation. And the whole idea was from the sugar plantation, they could get sugar, which they could refine in their factories in England. There are other examples of sharing of resources. There are other examples of how the resources went to other places. Chinese labor were used for railroad buildings. Yemeni laborers were used for auto assembly in the USA. This was at the start of the new auto industry. When England started giving independence to other countries, a Commonwealth was formed, and UK needed labor, so it took from Commonwealth countries. Turkish labor was used for German industries after the World War II. IT from all over the world, IT personnel from all over the world went to Silicon Valley. Medical doctors, pharmacists, and nurses were going in droves to USA because they needed it. And the latest is of the professionals going to Canada and Australia. Then a new phenomenon has also started, and that is of the professionals needed for the big contractors and consultants work in the Gulf countries. So what is happening now? This is the same continuation of process for the advanced countries of the West, now needing talented brains from anywhere they can easily get. We need to also look at the projected Pakistan population growth. Right now, the Pakistan population is at 241.5 million in the census of 2023, in the latest census. This population is going to be doubled in about 27 and a half years, when the population will become 483 millions. That means we have to think of the future. We can't we we can't leave a broken Pakistan for others this year. Now here is the message. In conclusion, this is the message to those considering to go abroad. Think again. Don't wait for our policymakers to regulate. It won't happen. They don't have the vision to do it. Remember that if the West can progress with people like you, why can't you progress in your own home country? Think about it. Think of Pakistan, which has invested hundreds of millions of dollars in establishing these universities and millions more in operational expenses on each of the graduates. Also keep in mind the poor people in Pakistan, the farmers in the sun working for your food, textile workers who weave your cloth, construction workers who made your homes. This is a message from Education Innovations, an organization working for Pakistan, which aims to establish a small, low-cost, no-frill, hybrid Tamir tech campuses in many places. Thank you for watching. Please try to share this video with others. There are more videos to come and follow.